Ugh. Well, a hollow Rangiku. Oh god, it's can't it's freaking it's like it's the Soul Society from the multiverse. Oi, we all knew this was gonna happen. Ichigo and Scourge and Nick the Second, which is just Nick Jr., which is literally my friend Nick's kid in Zaki, which is also my cousin's son, which is Yonky B. Oi, Yonky B and Zigzag's kid. It's hard for me to say that sometimes. Oi, but looks like looks like there's an instance where Rangiku turns into a hollow and Double dies. So she's from another instance of of a parallel universe where everything just kind of goes fucking to the left. I know one of these days it would happen because like let's be real, folks. We are in a multiverse, and there are probably a bunch of outcomes where we either all eat, all bite the big one. Like, okay, let me be honest with you. There is an instance where even us. Okay, let me explain something to you. Okay, since I'm a god tier, this may be a little bit confusing to you, but basically, that Rangiku comes from a Doom timeline. What's Doom timeline? Doom timelines are basically a timeline where everything is fucked. Everybody's either dead or everything is just destroyed. This Rangiku is probably from a Doom timeline where everything got destroyed, either by Aizen escaping, Minos' being freed, and a bunch of other shit that probably happened. There's a lot of variables that could have happened. A lot of fucking variables, folks. And it was a lot of variables going on here. It was lots of variables that are probably going on here. Sorry, I'm getting like notifications from the boys and from Meta. Richie, my son. Um, he's like trying to figure out should he come back, and I'm like, no, Richie, stay in space for a bit. I got this. I have a lot of kids, dude. Um. Anyways, so you're probably wondering to yourself, well, damn, Prime, what do I do? Well, depending on how powerful this Rangiku is, for some of you, there's not really much you can do. If he's a hollow, only person that's hollowified can fight a hollow. Point is, Ichigo, me and my son Ichigo, and a few others can only fight another hollowified person. But it's weird though, because she's not hollowified with a mask on herself. When someone hollowifies, right? We have masks, to kind of show that we're hollowifying, but we're kind of using that power, you know. But it's not like how Aizen kind of experimented on us as his guinea pigs. That's the only real reason I can hollowify, and a bunch of reasons why the others can hollowify. Which, okay, let's just hope that they didn't free Aizen in this other universe. Now, this is really important, guys. We got we gotta make sure that if this is only from one Doom timeline, or if there's a chance that this Rangiku converged with a bunch of other Doom timelines and combined with a bunch of Doom versions of stuff from other Doom timelines that are even worse. Because if that's the case, we are kind of like, then I gotta go fight her. Because really, I ain't gonna let nobody die on my watch. Doom timelines are kind of my thing. I'm a god tier, so of course I'm a god tier, meaning. Okay, let me explain a little bit about Spurb. Okay. Once upon a time, there are the rest of us in the council who had to redo the world because someone decided to start Spurb. The rest of us played our session the best we could. Breeding frogs to make another universe, making sure all of us becoming god tier, and on a quest bed, and sometimes with us near death, others got kissed, and that's how people got their god tier powers and a bunch of other shit. We fought the Black King, which was a whole bunch of shit I can't really get into, but we won, and basically we won, and we opened the door to the new universe, which was a veritable copy of our own. But we had a different set of memories this time. Ergo, where me, Overlord, and Megalo are still friends, but more other stuff happened. We don't know why we're the only ones that get this kind of veritable, but we still do have we still did prototype a few things. We have our consorts and stuff. Literally, I can pop into my god tier uniform whenever I want. When you become a god tier, your body stops aging at a point. I mean, physically, you can be as old as you want to be, but mentally, mentally, you're pretty much still aging, but physically, you're still in your peak. And for us cancelers who already age slow as it is, pretty much halts it. It's really, 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 honest to God, important that you all understand this. This is a Doom timeline, Rangiku. This is like what would happen if literally Lord English, and I can't even explain him right now. Let's just say Lord English is really, 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 really bad. And if there's ever like a version of any of the Bugsy Council that is possessed or controlled by Lord English, call us. I mean that shit. Call me or Megalo or Overlord or Melly, any of us. Because if that's true, only we can fight it. Right now, let's go. Because I'll tell you something. Right now, I gotta go because I am not gonna let a freaking Doom timeline run Giku run around unabated. So, without further ado, yeah, I gotta move my arms. Y'all can't see it, but I'm doing it right now. Henshin! guys, okay, listen to me. Don't engage with this Rangiku. Get what you can. Get what you can. But if she starts attacking, run. You don't know what she's capable of. The impact version of my suit that I'm wearing right now was for this exact reason. Yeah, I did put a. Yeah. Somehow, it was able to capture some of my Soul Reaper data, and that's how impact was created. I did have an impact form before, but this is tailored for the bigger kind of enemies that I can't beat by myself. So, yeah. I don't know. Remember, in her timeline, Double is gone. So, I ain't gonna, like, there ain't no way to speak heart to heart for her if I saw, like, a bunch of shit. And Heineken, how does it feel to be as, I'm gonna just say, how does it feel to be a Zanpato and just, like, you're just walking around? She doesn't even use you anymore, and you're just, like, walking around? I mean, Negative walks around, but, you know. I always kind of assumed that was only because, you know, I'm a Chaos Lord, and that's pretty much what we do. You know? Anywho, I wanted to just say this. Jesus. Anyways. Anywho. So, people, people usually, here's another thing. Here's another thing you guys need to know. If, another thing about Doom timelines that you really need to keep in your mind, if she's able to come from this universe's Doom timeline, there is a God of Time or a God of Time adjacent around, which means someone from the parallel universe played Spurb. Either that was a solo session or a multiple session with more people. Me and Megalo and the others, Megalo and Overlord also played Spurb alongside me. So we all became God tier, so it's Melly. So we're all, so they're decked out in the God tier stuff. Personally, I have another transformation that I didn't even think I'd use. But it's looking like I may have to use it. So here we go. But I won't use it just yet. If there's a time player on on the bout, I want to know who he is. I want to know who they are, and if they're God tier like me and the rest of the council, it's imperative to know what they want. I know some of you don't understand God tier or Spurb or whatever, but it's really, really, really important that I find this out. Because if this Rangiku is here, that means there's another God of Time around here, other than myself, and that's not a good sign. If there's a God of Time demo, man, I'm gonna lose my shit. The thing about being a God tier, and you're a God of Time, you have to be patient, and demo man ain't that. But okay, and I'll tell you more when this develops because maybe I could be wrong. You know, it could just be could just be a random Rangiku from a parallel timeline where everything happened, and she could have just broke through the barriers of our timeline by like just wailing or something. But I just feel like she's from a doomed timeline because Double isn't dead in our timeline. So yeah, I won't. I hope. Hopefully, I and I hope Double. Okay, and everybody keep Double safe because if it is what I fear that it is, we got a lot more to worry about than just a Rangiku. Because if that's true, then somehow that cue ball dickhead Doc Scratch somehow found a way to release Lord English. And if he did, then it's more dire than I thought. But I want to be wrong so fucking bad. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. It's just some dickhead that brought her from another timeline. That isn't a got a time like myself. Hopefully it isn't Caliborn, because if it is Caliborn, shit is about to get real. Shit is about to get fucking real in this bitch. But I digress. I gotta go. I gotta go. See, I gotta go. See my boys. See what they need, and go start some shit. The rest of you, let me assess the situation. Listen to Rodak, and if you see her, do not engage at all. Don't, guys. The one thing you don't want to do is fight this full-blown hollow-fight version of Rangiku, but it is different, and I'm starting to wonder maybe it's Rangiku hollow-fight, but a little bit of Grimdark. And Grimdark's a whole different topic that I will get into at some point. But right now, folks, do not engage. We need to observe, because I need to know what we're dealing with here. All right. If she does attack, you put up. If she does attack, try not to engage, but try to hold her off for a bit. Remember, this suit makes me a little bit more faster than Speedster, on the same level as Sonic. Probably even more so. I'm not even really sure. There's stuff in the suit that I've never tried. So, everybody, be careful. We need to figure out what this Rangiku is. What do they want? Why are they destroying? What happened to their timelines double? And what happened to the rest of us? What happened to the rest of us? Now, we're gonna bounce, but if it is from our timeline, if that is our Rangiku, then the answer is a little bit more simple than, my little theory. But I'll see you guys later. Remember, the Silver Kamen Rider, my friend, is always around for people who need, always around for his friends and the people who need him the most. And right now, those are my boys. They need me now. Peace.